Hi, we're Team Castronova, and welcome to our TV show, When an Investment Goes
South.
So what's the pitch of our TV show? Well, I'll tell you. Thank you for asking. Thank you very much. In our pitch, we aim for the audience to walk away knowing the following. Methods for correcting investments expected to externally and or internally bring down a business. Our target market consists of business students, investors, and entrepreneurs between roughly the ages of 18 to 55. So if you're 56 or 17, then maybe this show is not for you. Actually, we accept ages of all limits, so we don't discriminate. Really bad joke. Anyway, we also hope to aid in coping with stress, because everyone is stressed these days when facing with unforeseen situations in the business world, and we plan to explore how to use the bounded rationality model. So the main plot of our TV show begins and welcomes with our beloved Castronova Capital. Castronova Capital is the largest hedge fund firm in the US. It's based out of Providence, Rhode Island, and new customers tell founder, CEO, our main guy, Ronnie Castronova, that a company the business is invested in is about to go bankrupt. Clients suggest liquidating the money they invested. Similarly, if money is pulled before the business goes bankrupt, it's gonna seem suspicious to the SEC, and he could serve time in jail for insider trading. Drama. In regards to the management concepts that are related to Castronova Capital, something to understand is Castronova Capital has a comparative advantage against their competitors. This is basically when the firm has the ability to win consistently over the long term in a competitive situation. Usually they provide superior value with the state-of-the-art technology, having software that gives access to crucial information in which they decide which companies to invest in, what stocks to sort, and basically they're just a loaded company. Hedge funds are not rare, but there aren't many of them. They compete with investors of all sorts, but the realistic threat are other funds that are big, new sophisticated players in the investment world, into which not only wealthy individuals, but large pension funds and endowments have poured money, which make them difficult to imitate. So Castronova Capital? Yeah, they ballin'. Except after this situation. Another management concept to keep in mind for the show is management strategies is what separates great companies from good ones. There are alternative views in the past decades of strategies compared to sustainable comparative advantage. In the past decade, the strategy was to have one ideal competitive position in the industry, benchmark all activities, aggressive outsourcing to gain efficiencies, and have the advantages rest on the core competencies, have flexibility as well as rapid responses to market changes. Meanwhile, the new and improved sustainable comparative advantage uses unique competitive positions, activities tailored around strategy. Clear trade-offs and operational effectiveness is given. This type of strategy leads to what the world is currently. Welcome to our four main characters of our TV show. Ronnie Castronova, Amanda Castronova, Tommy, and Paul. Ronnie, our main guy, is a husband and father of two sons and was born and raised in Providence, Rhode Island. He's the founder and CEO of Castronova Capital, a hedge fund based out of Providence. His firm previously invested in a company that Ronnie has just learned is going to lose a lot of its value and have its stock price drop precipitously. That means that the stock price is about to explode and go down, and he's gonna lose it all. He's gonna lose that money. They say that money don't buy happiness, but did you see his face? Look at that smile. It's about to go away. He about to lose it. The lower stock price will result in a $750 million loss that will be suffered by the company and their clients. Ronnie now is faced with the risk of potentially facing insider trading charges should he decide to pull out of his client's money. On the other hand, he could lose his job and way of life if he does nothing and his clients lose their money. Our second character is Amanda Castronova, Ronnie's wife. Amanda Castronova is the CFO of Castronova Capital and the mother of their two sons. She, like Ronnie, was born and raised in Providence, where she met Ronnie at the community college. While she prides herself in how much she cares for her clients, she always puts what is best for her family first, no matter how it could affect others. Our third character is Tommy. He's the CEO of a large company and regularly does business with Ronnie Castronova. He's not only a client of Ronnie's, but also a close friend. To maintain the relationship, Ronnie and Tommy play a round of golf in order to take a well-deserved break from their responsibilities. I mean, anyone could use that, right? During their last golf outing, Tommy revealed what he knew about the company heading for disaster that Ronnie was heavily invested in. While he knows the potential risks of insider trading, Tommy discloses this information to Ronnie anyways to show he only wants the best for him and his friend. Our fourth character that everyone should watch out for is Paul. don't mess with Paul. That's all I'm saying, because Paul is an employee of the SEC. His primary job and personal goal is to take down high-ranking officials who commit blue-collar financial crimes, but do not get prosecuted due to their status and political ties. The purpose of his position at the SEC is to maintain the integrity of free markets and bring those individuals to justice who would normally be out of reach. Paul, my man, he be doing it. He's getting it. He's making sure anyone that mess with him gets destroyed. Here is our TV show episodes. One of the episodes that we're going to get into is episode 1. In episode 1, Ronnie plays a round of golf with Tommy and learned that a company he invested a lot of his clients' money into, Drone R, is about to go bankrupt. Ronnie's business partner Tommy, who is very active in keeping up with which businesses are thriving as well as market gossip, gives Ronnie the news after the 18th hole.
Hey Ronnie, brother, I have to get something off my chest. One of my buddies that is an accountant for Drone R gave me some serious news. Now he didn't tell me specifics, but I kind of got a hint of what he is trying to tell me. Basically, the company Drone R is struggling financially and won't be expected to last much longer.
Come on, Tommy, don't play around with me. You know how much money I've invested into them, right?
I understand, Ron, but I am serious. This is what I'm telling you, because you're a dear friend of mine and I care about you.
Jesus, Tommy. I can't believe it. Do you know the time frame on when this is supposed to happen?
Honestly, I do not know. He didn't tell me. I should not be telling you this anyway. But I must ask you, what's it going to be, Ron? Should we liquidate the money or pull the money or something?
All right, Tom. Thanks for your insight. I'm going to have to set an emergency meeting with my executives tomorrow to discuss how we're going to handle the situation. Thanks for letting me know, man. Love you, bro.
If Ronnie decides to let the stock tank, this will result in being the largest loss in Castronova Capital history. His reputation and record-breaking numbers are at stake, not to mention his clients' numbers. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and might as well hit his face with that rock because he doesn't know what to do. If he decides to sell the stock right before it tanks, it will create suspicious activity for the SEC, where an employee is always on a search for a privileged business owner to take down and destroy. Yeah! Situations like this are meant to be taken with the utmost sense of urgency. Plans must be formulated, as well as consequences should be taken in account for every situation possible. Overall, the most successful people and entrepreneurs are the ones that have a high EQ, an emotional quotient, and IQ, intelligence quotient. Some of the internal factors a firm can control are ratios, performance measures, industry averages, and survey data. When Castronova Capital ceases to maintain performance measure of Drone R, they got blindsided to the fact that now they are about to lose a lump sum of money. Another episode of ours that has many management concepts is episode 3. The show displays the human resource management. The portfolio manager should take partial blame for not predicting that this company was going to fail by not keeping up with their performances. Mr. Castronova decides to have a meeting set with the portfolio manager to discuss why it happened, in order to get effective performance feedback. Ronnie's conversation must include a series of recommendations. Firstly, he must review the key work objectives or standards, which the employer's performance is measured. He must summarize the employee's overall performance, discuss cause of weak performance, and then discuss different ways to improve the employee's future performance. The employee was given a specific amount of clients to manage, invest their money, and reach high returns on investment. Ron closes out the conversation by saying,
I will say that this company values creativity and hard work. It's been a crucial part of our success, as you can see, and with the resources that our company provides, I believe you can make some tweaks to help your performance. When there's a will, there is a way. And I have high expectations for you as well as every person in this company. I look forward to seeing you succeed. Please don't disappoint me.
So when reflecting on management, something to keep in mind is managing a business can be very complex. A variety of issues need to be considered and balanced. Many people only see management as just a science of control, organizing, planning, and leadership. However, sometimes management is way more of an art than a science. In our TV show, when an investment goes south, Ronnie was put in a situation where clearly the right decision was not clear. It was a lose-lose situation. In these specific moments is when management really shines. Out of nothing, an idea can be formed. This is the true meaning of how strategy in management happens. Typically, we tend to picture the strategy of this prepared process with a set answer. However, management requires strategy in the most uncertain times. This conclusion is essential for management and the future of the profession. Nowadays, with technological advances, uncertainty is going to continue to increase. So it's very important for managers to become comfortable with the midst of uncomfortability. Our team group reflections as a whole are the following. We've learned a lot this semester, and working on this TV show has taught us a lot about how to work with each other, and hopefully we learned a couple things about management. Initially, the team began on a negative note. As time went on, our performance and skills improved, which led us to surpass the demands of this class. During the first couple weeks, we learned that communication is essential to succeed within a group. Tell me about it. With that came a lot of planning, because what's communication if there's no purpose behind it? In other words, if you want to be a good manager, talk objectively. In the long run, these implementations have taught us to be accountable. This storyboard wouldn't have been possible without the collective minds of each person. So thank you to everyone, Savannah, Ronnie, Kevin, Keegan, myself, and Billy. Appreciate all of you. This wouldn't have been possible with every single person's help. Let's get that A.